Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs postgame live.
Deep to right. It is gone. 3-2 Cubs on one swing.
Cubs get her done. A dramatic come-from-behind win. 7 over 500, 5-9-1. A whole lot better than 2-6-0. And hello, welcome in to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Along with Todd Hollandsworth, I'm David Kaplan. All right, comes down to one inning for the Crew early. They get 2 off Jake Arrieta.
Right.
Cubs scuffle 0 for 7 with men in scoring position, and then Anthony Rizzo delivers.
Well, they kept themselves in the position. You're right. I mean, Arrieta had his back against the wall back at the beginning of the ball game. The Brewers are putting a little something together, but you know what? Got things under control, back in check, and settled in. 6 solid innings. Bullpen kept it close. It has been a formula for us this year, kind of giving us an opportunity late. But what's been happening is that our best at-bats haven't been coming late until tonight. And Anthony Rizzo starts to bust out of that slump that he has been in. Homer yesterday, big one again today against the lefty. Fantastic at-bat, worked it back, 2 sliders, swung at 1, chased, and that's what we've seen Anthony do a little bit of. Laid off that second slider, earned that fastball, and did not miss it.
All right, let's check out our Sports Authority play of the game, and you can guess what it is. Will Smith on the hill, Anthony Rizzo has left the building. He has elevation. That one's into the second deck at Miller Park. The Cub fans in attendance rejoice. Rizzo got all of it.
Yeah, that's a great sign because, you know what, elite players do things like this. This is what an elite player does. He picks up the team when the offense is struggling, and he was big tonight. Good at-bats all throughout the ballgame when there wasn't a whole lot going on. Right here, earned that fastball, just as I said. Chased the lead, first pitch slider in the dirt, then laid off of it. Earned that fastball right there, didn't miss it. It was a big at-bat, obviously, for this team. But Anthony Rizzo, listen, the offense rolls through him. He is our leader offensively, and he's got to kind of, pick it up here in the second half if we're going to do some things on the offensive side of things. And this is a great sign with what he did yesterday playing into today as well.
All right, first go-ahead home run of Anthony Rizzo's career when trailing in the 8th inning or later. Time now for our Cholula pitching recap. And Jimmy Nelson, outstanding tonight. Improved to 6-1 over his last 8 starts if he had won tonight, but instead his bullpen lets him down. Jake Arrieta, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs earned, punched out 6, walked 3, 97 pitches, 61 for strikes. So both guys were right around the strike zone in that percentage you always like to talk about.
Absolutely. Jake Arrieta was good. You go back to that 3rd inning where he gave up the single, the double, the single right there at the top of their lineup. The one thing that stands out there is the ability to keep it in check. Jake has done such a better job. If you think back over a couple years ago, even when he was with the Orioles, one of the things he had issues with, big innings would blow up on him. In that inning, he kept it in check. The damage was done early, but they weren't going to get anything else. So Arrieta, outstanding performance tonight, solid 97 pitches, left a few breaking balls up in the ball game tonight. That's the one thing that really stood out. His fastball command was pretty good. Again, not a whole lot of hard hit balls against him. There were a couple, but a solid performance from Arrieta.
Yep, he pitched well again. You're right, the one pitch that got smacked was a curveball that just spun up there.
Right, and like I said, it's that time of year where, I'm not saying that it's ideally what sometimes you're looking at. Fatigue starts to factor into this. That's just it. Sometimes you make mistakes in the second half of the season that you don't expect to obviously happen. You never do, but they just seem to happen a little bit more in the second half, as I said, as fatigue starts to set in. Arrieta looked strong tonight. Again, very, very good. Kept things in line, worked the breaking pitch away off the outside corner, used his cutter and his fastball down in the zone. This is a Brewers lineup that's been struggling a little bit, but you still have to respect the guys at the top. Parra, Lucroy, Braun, Lind. It's still a very, very good top of that lineup right there. They're the ones that did a little bit of damage against them, but for the most part, he rolled through them tonight.
How about Arrieta? 7-1, NL best, 875 win percentage on the road. Entering tonight, gets the no decision. But you look at how he's pitched, he has been magnificent away from Wrigley.
No, he's been real good. There's no denying that. You know how I feel with that, going all the way back to the All-Star game. I've said it. He's an elite in our game. He's going to start being recognized that way. And these starts from now until the end of the season, as we continue to push for this wild card, get ourselves into the playoffs, are going to be big. And there's going to be a lot of attention on Jake and everything that he's accomplished. He's earned it. He's put himself in this position. It's real big starts coming his way the rest of the way. And it's going to be a test for him because, again, his story has been, are you going to get that full 35 starts? Can he do it, go over 200 innings, and still be that dominant guy? He's proven it to this point. We'll see if he can keep going.
All right, now Starlin Castro's had a lot of rumors attached to his name. Will he be here? Won't he be here? Joe Madden having to calm him down the other day. Well, he made a play tonight that will be watched on the national highlight reels. He was magnificent at shortstop on a ball hit deep in the hole, and how he gets this thing over there from his knee, guns out Chris Davis. That was a big time play.
Pure athleticism right there. Starlin does it. I mean, you know, trade speculation, rumors. I lived it. I went through it here in Chicago. You got to find a way to get it out of your head. You're going to hear your name pop up in different places, different stories. Don't believe what you hear or what you see. Ask the New York Mets about that. But you know what? He's got to find a way to continue to produce out there on the field and kind of get this season back. There's an awful lot of time left for Starlin Castro to put together a strong second half and be a big, big player for us here as we push for the playoffs.
All right, we've got to take our first time out here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Whole lot more to discuss. We'll be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
How's it going up there?
I need more time!
You only get a handful of minutes to start a new life.
We gotta go!
Keep looking! It's gotta be here!
He's coming!
So you grab what you need to get you through.
Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna go have our baby now.
The keys!
I'm so nervous.
Hey, Ralph Punzel.
Oh, hey, Ronnie.
Where are you headed?
Great Clips.
You're getting a haircut?
I checked in already. Using their online check-in.
Online check?
It saves you time.
You're getting a haircut.
Why?
Thinking about applying to astronaut school.
That's cool.
Okay, I'll see you, Ronnie.
Next time, save time. Download the online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai. All backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit geraldhyundai.com.
I thought you measured.
I did measure it. Just take the cushions off.
They are off.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move, and we'll bundle DirecTV with internet and home phone services for one low price. With this added value, moving has never been more rewarding. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball.
Deep to right. It is gone. 3-2 Cubs on one swing.
Anthony Rizzo, the star tonight. Jake Arrieta was excellent pitching, but Rizzo, 3-hit night, 3 for 4, and a game-winning 3-run bomb. All right, a little bit of controversy in this game. Welcome back to our post-game show brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Why?
Jake Arrieta's socks were all over Twitter. People not happy, like Chuck Swirsky, the Bulls' fine play-by-play announcer. He did not like those socks. I actually wore those socks when I was in college. I like those.
I was never caught in those socks, ever. Those were not.
You don't like them?
Not me, no. I didn't wear the 2-in-1s is what they're called, because that blue line ends, and I would always pull my socks up nice and tight because I didn't like the dirt in my shoes. And you'd show the white, which Jake is doing right there. He's got high tops on, too. You see the white at the end so the line doesn't end. I mean, they either need to take that line all the way around your heel and get it right, or stop wearing them right. 2-in-1s, I never was a big fan. But you know what? To each their own. And you asked me, do you have a problem with them? I'm like, as long as he pitches well, he can wear whatever he wants out there.
All right. Cubs entered the game batting just .227 with runners in scoring position. That ranks 26th in all of Major League Baseball. Holly, they start the game 0 for 7. Things didn't look good. Rizzo changes all that with one swing. But why are the Cubs struggling so mightily with ducks on the pond?
Well, you know, the easy thing for me to sit here and say is that they're expanding their strike zone, but the real truth of the nature is that this is something that they're aware of, and that's the danger is when, you know, collectively a team is aware of their struggles with runners in scoring position. It's talked about, it's asked about by the media. You deal with it, you ponder it. You know what? You walk into the batter's box, and it's in the middle of the ball game where you should be relaxed into your game, understanding how you're being pitched and ready to execute. You're concerning yourself with the circumstances just a little bit too much of what's going on around, because what you see is hitters expanding their strike zone that don't typically expand their strike zone the way that they're doing it, chasing a lot of breaking pitches off the plate, out of the strike zone. So as a group, it's got to get better. But again, Anthony Rizzo gets it done for us tonight. Interesting. I mean, that's the at-bat that he had, that 3-run homer. Anthony was going down that path when he chased that slider, but then he laid off the next one and earned that fastball, and then he didn't miss it.
Now you look at the Cubs lineup tonight. Dexter Fowler, another 2-hit night and a walk. He has been really good since the All-Star break. Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 5. Chris Coughlin, an 0 for 3-hit night, as we said, for Rizzo. A double, a home run, 3 knocked in. And then Castro with a single, and a single for Addison Russell.
Yeah, a nice approach again from by Anthony Rizzo tonight. And that's the one thing, you know, we talked about earlier this week when we were doing the Rockies series, you know, the approach of these guys getting back on the fastball, and that's the key. Sometimes it's just the discipline of telling yourself, you know what, I'm not going to swing at the breaking pitch anymore. I'm going to get back on the fastball. You look at what Anthony did tonight. Fastball away, set the stage, gets the hanger there, lays off it from the lefty, and then you get back on that fastball against Mr. Smith right there, and yikes. Boy, that ball was a rocket. Great to see. Dexter Fowler getting it done. Love the fact that we added a few runs there in the ninth as well.
All right, time for Todd Hollandsworth's Key, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
All right, well, this was a unique lineup that Joe Madden had put together tonight. Really, it was about doing the splits versus Jimmy Nelson. We've talked about it. Jimmy Nelson was outstanding. That fastball was great, worked it around the strike zone, kept it down, stayed aggressive. But the splits, lefties, 302 with an 866 OPS coming in. The righties, 212 batting average with a 598 OPS. So you looked at the lineup tonight, and what Joe had done was he put all the lefties at the top. Fowler, Schwarber, Coughlin, Rizzo. Those were your 4 lefties, and then everybody else the rest of the way down was all right-handed. So you really felt like tonight, if you were going to get something done, it needed to be at the top of that lineup. And Jimmy Nelson was outstanding. So I'm not going to claim that we got it done, but you know what? We battled back, and you look at how it played out. Dexter Fowler ended up with a couple hits tonight. Obviously, Schwarber had a huge base hit, and that's another thing that I want to slip in real quick. Schwarber's last at bat, it was his 5th at bat of the ball game. He'd struck out twice already, and that's a big insurance run right there for a young player. Outstanding at bat right there in the 9th inning, because again, the momentum had been gained. We had got the lead. We had added some insurance runs already, but you get that at bat right there where a lefty, you're down on yourself, 0 for 4 tonight, didn't give the at bat away. Great piece of hitting. Had probably pulled off the ball a little bit and lines that base hit to left field. I thought that was an outstanding at bat right there in the 9th inning.
All right, picked up another insurance run. You know, this is a game where you lose this one and you go, oh. Right. Struggled a little bit with the Rockies that one game, had to walk off to win. You get swept by the Phillies, and you lose this one in Milwaukee with really nothing going juice-wise offensively. That's a big win.
Well, you know, the thing that we talked about, I've said all along, is that the Cubs have played everybody well this year. And what I mean by that is, you know, whether we're talking about some of the better teams in the league or some of the worst teams in the league, and a lot of these games kind of end up the same type. You know, you feel like there's some games that we should win a little bit more convincingly. And what does that tell you? The pitching has done its job keeping you in ball games, whether we're talking about the bullpen or the rotation. And really what you need to hone in on is this offense being better. There's some games in there that you think we should be doing more damage, some guys out there with 5 ERAs that we should be scoring runs early in ball games, where that's where you're looking for the improvement on this ball club right now. The offense consistency, it's got to be better. You can't desperately get to the end of these games and hope that Anthony's going to give you the 3-run homer over and over and over again. We got to start scoring runs earlier.
All right, we'll take time out. We'll look at the wild card standings when we come back on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of
Illinois. Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Henry posted. New apartment comes with the garage. It's time for a big boy car.
Congrats, Henry. Hurry into the Honda Summer Clearance event, and you can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With a rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect big boy car.
Awesome. I'll be right over.
We're open late.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Great news. The best internet offer of the year is back. Get Xfinity Internet for just $14.99 a month for 12 months. But don't wait. This offer is only back for a short time. AT&T Uverse can't give you the speed Xfinity does. Call 1-800-XFINITY to get started for as low as $14.99 a month for 12 months. Or ask how to get even more speed with Blast. Now with 50% more speed. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Flour-pressed soap, homemade hot sauce, artisanal pickles, whatever those are. Well, we're glad handcrafted is finally cool. Because at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we've been handcrafting since 1926. Robots might build cars, but it takes human hands to keep them running right. And that's a guarantee, backed by our fixed right promise. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Brighten any room with Patriot Lighting from Menards. This 9-light Grenadier chandelier in an oil-rubbed bronze finish with white linen glass is $119. This Juno 6-light chandelier in a brushed nickel finish with flat opal glass is $129. Get unmatched performance at an unbeatable price with Pittsburgh Grand Distinction paint. It's guaranteed to be the best paint and primer in one you've ever bought or your money back. Save $5 a gallon on all Grand Distinction interior or exterior paint. That's $25 on 5-gallon pails.
Save big money at Menards. Get your nibblers here! Get your nibblers right here! Poppable, shareable, craveable. Your favorite classics with a crispy twist. New corn dog nibblers. Crispy butterfly shrimp nibblers. Creamy mac and cheese nibblers.
You can see the macaroni and cheese, and I love it.
Corn dog.
Shrimp's good.
Yum.
Nibbler shrimp toss.
Get your nibblers here only at White Castle. The crave is a powerful thing.
All right, time for our Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. Who's hot and who's not from the NL Central over the past 7 days. Colton Wong rolling, 321, 4 knocked in, and a couple doubles. And that dude BP on Twitter, brutal. $154, 185 OBP, and 5 Ks. But I think you're going to...
How dare you go off on Brandon Phillips? You know what? I think he knows you've been going off on him. Here's why. Uh-oh, liftoff.
Brandon Phillips, a monster game tonight. Said, get me off that board.
That's what he said. Sure.
He was 4 for 5. He had 2 home runs, 7 knocked in.
Leadoff spot.
In a blowout win for the Reds over the Pirates.
Yeah. He's certainly part of it. He's still there. He's another name that's kind of been popping up on people's radar. We'll see if he can make it through tomorrow. But nice ball game tonight, no doubt.
There's your wild card standings. Cubs move to 2 back of the idle Giants. There's the Pirates sitting up there 5 games in front of Chicago. Should the Cubs make a deal?
I think they're definitely going to do something at the bottom end of this rotation. I don't know if it's going to be what everybody wants to see happen. I'm not sure it's going to be the sexiest name that's out there, but they're definitely going to do something, at least in my opinion. I think they need to, as far as solidifying the back end of the rotation. What we've watched over the last couple starts is that it's leaked into the bullpen, and we've ended up burning through our bullpen because of the ineffectiveness of our 5th starter. So you have to do something there. Is it going to be big? I'm not sure it's going to be big, but we'll see. I think you're going to get your answer, but it's going to solidify the rotation.
All right, we'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Kate!
She can't go alone. Give me your hand! That was close.
This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy baseball destination, is giving away over $300 million this baseball season. And the games are one day, so you can play for your share every single day. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Step up to the plate at DraftKings.com. Play with promo code SLIDE and get free entry in our daily contests. Get to DraftKings.com.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than a million years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
However you do sports, however you do fun, however you do summer, do it at Sports Authority. Shop thousands of great deals this summer. Sports Authority.
Jeffy1016 posted,
"Worked hard, promotion, time to play hard. Hashtag upgrade my car."
Congrats, Jeffy. Now's the time to hit the Honda Summer Clearance event. You can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect upgrade.
Awesome.
Go, Jeffy. Go, Jeffy.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Deep to right. It is gone. 3-2 Cubs on one swing.
How about that, Anthony Rizzo? A monster home run. Cubs get the win. They go for 2 in a row over the Crew. Jason Hamill against Taylor Jungmann tomorrow. Hamill has not been great since the tweak of the hammy. Said he wants to get right back to where he was tomorrow.
Well, and again, that's going to be the fastball command leading to that slider, and that's just it. Gets jumped. I mean, when you see when Jason gets hit hard, when he's getting hit hard, the two-seamer's kind of hanging out a little bit higher than the knees. You just see where that ball's at and the depth that it has. He's had a lot of movement early in the first half. That's ultimately what he's trying to get back right now. Hopefully tomorrow night sets up well for him. Again, be careful at the top of that Brewers lineup, but it's a lineup he can dominate.
All right, we'll see what happens. Cubs and the Crew tomorrow. Thank you for watching Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Sportsnet Central with Mark and Ayanna is coming up next. Cubs beat Milwaukee 5-2. They're 2 back in the wild card. We'll see you.
The NFL is reward-based, production-based, so you produce, you get rewarded.
Matt Forte preparing for what might be his final season with the Bears. Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. Alongside Ayanna Crystal, I'm Mark Shanowski.
Well, the Bears hit the practice field for the first time, and Martellus Bennett is also singing a team-friendly tune.
Two-run bomb by Abreu.
The Sox pick up right where they left off as they go for the sweep in Beantown.
Meanwhile, the Cubs open a series in Milwaukee. More rumors circulating that Starlin Castro could be gone before the trade deadline.
We've got the best seat in the house on Sportsnet Central right now.
You are connected to Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
Matt Forte staying true to his word, arriving at training camp on time and ready to go to work. Kip Lewis tells us in our Bears training camp coverage brought to you by Apt, Forte never really considered holding out.
I'm under contract anyway, so, You know, when I was talking about the deal and that type of stuff, it really made sense.
Whether it's a contract, whether it's a nagging injury, whether it's maybe a conflict in some facet of their life, you know, they have to overcome that. And so it's just what we deal with. We're very well compensated for what we do, and, you know, those are the expectations.
Forte has done his part both on and off the field for the Bears, and it's clear he'd like to feel more appreciated in the form of a new contract to remain with the organization past the 2015 season.
NFL is reward-based, production-based, so you produce, you get rewarded, but then sometimes when it comes time to be rewarded, it doesn't happen, and if you complain about it, then you're a bad guy or something like that. So, you know, I'm not worried about it because, you know, I'm at the end of my deal, my last year in this deal, and, you know, I was, you know, compensated, you know, correctly, you know, 4 years ago. So at the end of this deal, we'll see what happens.
The things he's accomplished, I mean, you know, again, it's hard for me to evaluate, but I mean, he has close to Hall of Fame type of numbers, whether it's as a receiver or as a runner. You know, I go way back to watching him coming out of Tulane.
And Forte's production should once again be invaluable to the Bears' offense. Last season in Mark Trestman's offense, number 22 was counted on much more in the passing game. But with a new head coach that emphasizes the value of a running game, expect more from Forte in that area.
It'll look entirely different probably. You know, we threw the ball a whole lot last year. Obviously, catching 100 balls is not my goal as a running back, but you know, this year, Coach Fox loves to run the ball and establish the run. Plus that, you know, if you're running the ball, you can run it effectively. You get to control the clock and keep other offenses off the field, which is what we want to do. So if we can control the game, control the pace of the game, and, you know, grind out, you know, tough yards and score, then that's what we're going to do.
A philosophy longtime Bears fans can appreciate. In Bourbonnais, Kip Lewis, Comcast Sportsnet.
Thank you, Kip. Say what you want about his future with the Bears, but Matt Forte has definitely carried the load over his 8 years in the NFL. Since 2010, Forte ranks #1 among backs and wide receivers with over 8,300 yards from scrimmage. Defensive back Tim Jennings missed the opening practice in Bourbonnais to take care of some legal issues in Georgia stemming from a January traffic arrest. Jennings pleaded guilty to reckless driving and speeding, but a DUI charge was dropped. Jennings sentenced to 12 months of probation, 40 hours of community service, and also ordered to pay $1,000 in fines. Here's Bears beat reporter Adam Johns on where Jennings stands with the brand new coaching staff.
Tim Jennings has a lot to prove, and this is a bad way to start training camp. He was down in Georgia handling his DUI case. He's not expected to be gone long. John Fox actually expects to be back here immediately, but Tim Jennings is coming off a rough year, and this is a two-time Pro Bowler that the Bears gave a lot of money to, and he's got a whole new coaching staff to win over. It's still undetermined if this 3-4 defense is a fit for him. He did very, very, very well in the Tampa 2 defense under Lovie Smith. He got a lot of turnovers. This defense may not be a fit for him, and he's got to compete for his job. And again, that big contract, you know, the Bears may want to move some money.
And that'll get the job done. That's going to be one hopper off the wall. So 2 triples and a double, and it's 2-0. So the Sox win the first one. There you go. There you go. And this ball game is over. That ball hit hard. Stay in the air. It will. You can. Put it on the board. Yes. So the Sox come in here in this 4-game series and take the first 3.
A lot banking in on a win tonight. The White Sox have not won a 4-game sweep of the Red Sox at Fenway Park in 88 years. They're also trying to complete an 8-0 road trip, and the only time the Southsiders have gone unbeaten on a road trip of at least 8 games was an 11-game streak back in 1951, and a win would also mean they reach 500. The Southsiders going for the first 4-game sweep at Fenway since 1927, and the key to this series has been scoring early. The White Sox have plated 11 total runs in the first inning this series, and they averaged less than a half a run otherwise during the season. So with the man on in the first tonight, Jose Abreu looked to keep the good times rolling.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Get on back there. He looks up. You can. Put it on the board. Yes. 2-run bomb by Abreu, and the Sox lead it
Abreu's 17th round tripper put the Sox up early 2-0. But a scary moment for the Sox in the bottom of the inning with Xander Bogaerts at the dish. Chris Sale was hit by a comebacker on the mound, and the trainers would come out. And good news is, Sale would remain in this one. So let's go to the 5th inning. The Sox up just a run with runners at the corners for Hanley Ramirez, and he goes the other way for an RBI single. It's now 2-all. Next man up, Big Papi, David Ortiz, and he deposits one in a shallow right center. Ortiz went 3 for 3 with a pair of RBIs. He helps give Boston their first lead at 3-2. Sale allowed a pair in the 5th, but the 6th inning would do him in. Bases loaded for Jackie Bradley Jr., and he flicks one into left center, and that scores a run, making it 4-2 Boston. And the knockout blow would shortly follow. Brock Holt takes Sale to right field, and with that, 2 runs would come home on the RBI knock, and that would end Sale's night. And the lanky southpaw lasted only 5+ innings and allowed 12 hits and 7 earned runs. The White Sox 7-game win streak is now a thing of the past. Boston avoids the 4-game sweep, winning the finale 8-2.
It was in the leg. It was in his left, kind of in the thigh area. So he said it. He felt it, but he felt good enough to pitch and not really, alter mechanics or anything like that. So it got him pretty good.
Did you? Is there any reason for MRI or X-ray after he came out?
No, he's walking around fine.
Did you see anything different from after he got hit, or same?
No, I haven't seen that many hits against him. So that was, I think command and stuff like that probably was more of an issue. I think, when lefties get good swings off him, command might be off.
And with less than 24 hours left until the trade deadline, the White Sox are trying to make some moves. Reportedly, 2 names in the trade rumors include San Diego Padres outfielder Justin Upton and Detroit Tigers outfielder Yoenis Cespedes. Now, Rob Ventura, as you would expect, was tight-lipped and focused on the game in Boston.
Speaking of trades, Brewers center fielder Carlos Gomez thought he was headed to New York last night. Then the Mets backed out of the deal because they didn't like the medical information they received on Gomez. Tonight, the 2-time All-Star was supposed to bat 5th against Jake Arrieta and the Cubs at Miller Park until he got the news he was traded again, this time to Houston, along with starting pitcher Mike Fiers in exchange for 4 prospects. The deal will stand this time. Cubs beginning a 4-game series in Milwaukee. They're just 2-4 against the Brew Crew this season. Cubs with a good chance to get on the board in the top of the 2nd inning. A double and a wild pitch moved Anthony Rizzo to 3rd. Nobody out. Jorge Soler a chance to drive him in. A soft grounder back to the pitcher. Rizzo couldn't score on that one. Starlin Castro would strike out on 3 pitches, chasing one in the dirt. David Ross, little ground ball to 3rd. So Rizzo gets to 3rd with nobody out, and he could not cross the plate. How about Jake Arrieta going with the fake stirrups tonight? They worked for him most of the game, except to start the 3rd inning. Runner on 2nd. No outs for Jonathan Lucroy, who's having a bad season, but not here. Drives one to left. That gets Milwaukee on the board. Ryan Braun is up next, and his smash goes off the top of Arrieta's glove. A lucky infield single for Braun will bring in Lucroy. 2-0 Brewers, still nobody out. But Arrieta would settle down and minimize the damage. Gets Chris Davis and Scooter Gennett looking at strike 3. That would end the inning, keep that 2-0 score. Arrieta wound up going 6 innings, striking out 6, giving up just those 2 runs. Now we move ahead to the 7th inning. Still 2-0 Milwaukee. Rizzo again starts off the inning with a single. Just the 2nd Cubs hit since Rizzo's double back in the 2nd. Later in the inning, Cubs have 2 on, 2 out. Chris Bryant, who was given a day off, called on to pinch hit. But Jimmy Nelson gets him swinging to end the threat. A little fist pump to celebrate. Bryant did not appreciate that. Into the 8th inning. Cubs 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position until Rizzo stepped to the plate with 2 outs.
It is gone! 3-2 Cubs on 1 swing. Wow.
Yep, Rizzo with a 3-hit night. Remember, he also belted a big 2-run homer yesterday against Colorado. Hopefully he's heating up. So it's a 1-run game now. Cubs turn over the defense. Starlin Castro, the nice stop in the hole, and he gets the speedy Chris Davis at first to end the inning. Cubs had just 2 hits going to the 8th, but then the offense broke it open. Kyle Schwarber, nice piece of woodwork there. An opposite field single brings home a run. After just 2 hits through 7, the Cubs come up with 7 hits and 5 runs over the final 2 innings and beat Milwaukee 5-2. Here's our Cubs analyst Todd Hollandsworth on the importance of this comeback win.
When you think about it, you kind of beat the thing that your team got hung up on. I mean, we talk about runners in scoring position. We talk about not coming through at the beginning of the ball game, kind of playing from behind all the time. And what ends up happening is Anthony Rizzo, he steps up and gives you a great at-bat against a tough lefty and gives you the 3-run homer. You add a couple insurance runs, this thing turns into a convincing win. But that's the sense that I have. It wasn't, we beat the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. It was like, some of those things that have been plaguing us of late, we defeated those things tonight.
Checking the Major League trade market, All-Star pitcher David Price will join the Toronto Blue Jays for the stretch run after a deal with Detroit. But it might only be a 2-month rental since Price is committed to testing the free agent market this winter, with the Cubs one of the likely suitors. The Tigers received 3 minor league pitchers back in the trade, headlined by lefty Daniel Norris, who's ranked among the top prospects in all of baseball. Tigers GM Dave Dombrowski pared another big salary off his team's payroll, trading former All-Star closer Joakim Soria to Pittsburgh for a minor leaguer. The 31-year-old Soria had 23 saves and a 2.85 earned run average for Detroit. The Pirates, though, plan to use him in a setup role. The Dodgers, Braves, and Marlins finally worked out all the details on a massive 13-player exchange that actually began last night. L.A. will get starting pitchers Matt Latos, Bronson Arroyo, and Alex Wood, plus relievers Jim Johnson and Luis Avilan. Atlanta acquires highly regarded Cuban infielder Hector Olivera, and the Marlins, well, they're retooling. They get massive salary relief.
All right, so it's time for tonight's Twitter question. Do you expect the Cubs or Sox to make a significant trade before the deadline, and why? Make sure you use hashtag Cubs Talk or hashtag White Sox Talk to respond, and we'll have some of your answers later in the show. Well, the Blackhawks follow the Bulls' lead and announce plans for their own downtown practice facility. Plus, after a disappointing finish to their first season in Chicago, All-Star center Pau Gasol shares what he thinks went wrong for the Bulls.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
There's a sound a ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Everyone loves that sound, that precision. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Now get over $6,500 total value on specially equipped 2015 Acadia models.
American Sale is overstocked with outdoor fun, and we need to make room. Take advantage of this overstocked event and save big. 50% off patio sets. You'll save on everything. Up to 65% off pools in all shapes and sizes. Up to 50% off swing sets. We're overstocked on spas, too. Save up to 50%. And right now, you can get 0% financing for up to 4 years and free delivery, too. But hurry, the overstocked event ends August 16th. Visit AmericanSale.com and get your fun on.
White Sox fans, want to receive exclusive ticket offers and pre-sales, video sneak peeks, breaking news alerts, and more all year long? Then you need to join the White Sox community by becoming a member of the WhiteSox.com Blacklist. The Blacklist is the only way to ensure you know about the latest and greatest promotional items, ticket deals, and special ballpark activities. Don't miss out on all the top White Sox news. Visit WhiteSox.com/Blacklist to register for free today.
Matt, what do we got going on here today?
Well, we put an addition on this home.
Before we start painting, obviously we got to prep. We got exterior and interior 3M Scotch Blue Painter's tape. The exterior tape can hold up to the elements, the wind, the rain, the hot sun, the humidity. It has a waterproof backing. One of my favorite things about this tape, it has a quick snap tear. Also, it comes off cleanly up to 7 days. It's the perfect tape to use for exterior painting.
Nissan Rogue. With blind spot warning, a round view monitor,
and intuitive all-wheel drive that knows just when to kick in. Choose Road, just $194 per month, or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Nissan, innovation that excites. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Welcome back. It's time for Where is the Stanley Cup? And it's in Middleton, New Jersey with Trevor Van Riemsdyk. The Hawks' young defenseman showing off the cup with a couple of local politicians as they handed him the key to the city. And back at the home for the Stanley Cup, the Blackhawks have announced a plan to build a new practice facility and community training center just 2 blocks south of the United Center. The new practice facility will give them a permanent home, as well as give aspiring young hockey players in the Chicago area one as well. Luke Stuckmeyer has more.
The Blackhawks' new 125,000 square foot practice home will include 2 NHL regulation ice rinks, spectator seating, and more. Youth hockey development programs will come along with the state-of-the-art facility.
This is going to provide tremendous opportunity, not only for our players to practice at a state-of-the-art 21st century facility, but to provide opportunities for young people to be introduced to the game, learn the game, and ultimately become players.
So we said we want to do something, and if we built one ice surface, that would be enough for the Blackhawks they could use, and we could have a little bit of community involvement. But if we build a second ice surface, we could really make sure that we can have a facility that the community could use, be proud of, and we could have put something back in, that their kids can't learn to skate if there's not any ice.
The makeover for Chicago's West Side started with the United Center. Then there was the new Rush Hospital, a new Malcolm X College, and a new Bulls training facility. Now the Blackhawks are happy to add to what's already been started.
This is a great day for the city of Chicago, not just the West Side, but with this, not only the championships of the Stanley Cup, but now with the Blackhawks coming home and bringing their training here, and Rush Presbyterian further continuing to be a full partner in the city of Chicago. We are making sure that all parts of the city are winning and all parts of the city get a chance to win.
The city will pay for the demolition of the old Malcolm X College, while the mayor says the Blackhawks paid market value for the property in a net gain for the city. The new community training center will be privately funded and hopes to open in 2 years. Covering the Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks, Luke Stuckmeyer, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Luke, thank you very much. Pau Gasol and former Bulls All-Star Luol Deng among a group of NBA players putting on the first ever charity basketball game in Africa that'll be played on Saturday as part of the league's Basketball Without Borders program. Gasol held a video conference to promote the event. He also answered reporters' questions on the past and future of the Bulls, including why this team was so maddeningly inconsistent last season under the now departed Tom Thibodeau.
It's hard to pinpoint on the specific reasons. There was definitely an inconsistency throughout the year. We were kind of very up and down team, even though we finished third in a conference. We still had a lot of, I think, games that we weren't ready to play. Just too many games we gave away against teams that we were supposed to beat, and we were a better team overall. And at the end of the day, though, we paid the price of that, I guess, lack of sense of urgency and giving importance to those moments during the regular season.
It's time for our GMC professional grade player, and it's Red Sox slugger David Ortiz. Big Papi with a big night against the White Sox. He finished 3 for 3 with a pair of runs driven in and a walk in the Red Sox 8-2 win. He is just the third lefty with 3 hits in a game off of Chris Sale. Here's Sale after the loss.
No, I mean, it was one of those things that was kind of a flash in the pan right when it hit me. Feel it throbbing a little bit, but you know, about a minute afterwards, I didn't even feel it for the rest of the night. So
more in the muscle area, I mean, like more type bruising type thing.
Yeah, it might be hard to believe, but yeah, it got me in the muscle area.
You probably said when you see left-hand hitters making contact off of you, it's not really your night. Was it command issues or kind of what was it? A lot of hits falling?
I think I hit 4 or 5 guys tonight or something, somewhere around there. It was weird. I mean, you know, you have it and you don't have it. You know, just it sucks, really. I mean, we've been playing great, and
we got 24 guys in here that didn't deserve tonight. I should have been better for them. At least it's, we know the reason why we lost this game. So, we need to keep our heads up. We've been playing great, been swinging the bat well. Like I said, we've got 24 guys in here that need to keep their chins up.
Feel a little bit like it maybe wasn't your night to get a few two-strike hits here and there, little dinkers at the mound, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's almost so bad you just forget about it. This one's going to be forgotten before I even walk out of that door tonight. It was so bad that you just don't want to. You just kind of just throw it in the garbage, really. You just move on, and I'll be ready next time.
7-1, pretty solid road trip for you guys. Got where you needed to get.
Exactly. We like I said, we've been playing great. We just need to keep at it. I said it before. We know the reason why we lost this game, and it was me. This was my game. To wear, and just stunk. I wish I could have been better for him. Deflating my guys right in the middle of the game, right in the heart of the game, it's tough, but like I said, we're going to keep working, keep playing hard, and get back on it.
You guys have been kind of steady even through the rough times this year, but how does this past week, how would that kind of change the mood and the feeling of this?
It's been awesome. Coming in, playing some music, having fun, everyone's smiling. We just need to keep doing that. Just keep doing more of the same. Like I said, we've been playing great, and we're going to continue to do that. Just got to pick up my slack.
And the White Sox come back home to host a big weekend series against the Yankees. Checking some other Major League action. The Astros trying to hold on to the AL West lead, hosting the Angels. That's the newly acquired Scott Kazmir. He pitched 7 2/3 scoreless innings tonight, striking out 5, scattering 3 hits. What a great addition he's been. The Astros could only scratch out 3 hits as well until the 9th. With 2 on and 2 outs, Jason Castro sends the home fans home happy. A walk-off 3-run blast. The Astros win their 3rd straight game in thrilling fashion, in the process increasing their division lead over the Angels to 2 games. And who would have predicted the Houston Astros leading the AL West as we move closer to August? Now to Toronto, where the Blue Jays continued their season-long game of home run derby. They've scored the most runs in baseball by a wide margin. Trailing 2-1 in the 2nd, that's the former Cub Deoner Navarro. He puts one into the seats, puts Toronto in front by 1. Next inning, Russell Martin gets in on the act, his 15th round tripper, 2nd most by a catcher in the majors this season. And later in the 4th, the all-star third baseman Josh Donaldson. He unloads his 25th homer of the year. We're still waiting for that one to come down. The Blue Jays ride the big home run bats, and they win it 5-2 over Kansas City. With the White Sox loss tonight, they head into the trade deadline day. 3.5 games out of the last wild card spot. Currently, they would have to pass 5 teams in order to get into the playoffs. The Angels and Twins occupying those top spots. The Blue Jays, as we told you, loaded up at the deadline, while the Tigers will most likely drop back after trading both David Price and Joakim Soria, also looking to move others.
The Cubs with a come-from-behind win in Milwaukee. So will Starlin Castro still be a member of the Cubs after tomorrow's trade deadline? It was a Big Ten Media Day here in Chicago, but ahead of Tim Beckman's 4th season with the Illini, the focus was on the program's off-field issues.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the leading-edge connectivity of the Lexus ES. With available technology to help you find just what you're looking for. Come in to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most luxurious models. Lease the 2015 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
You can't put 2 in 1.
At Intel, they make technology that lets a device be a laptop and a tablet. So you can put 2 in 1.
No, you can't.
Can.
Can't.
Upgrade to a 2-in-1 with Intel.
Tomorrow, A-Rod and the Yankees are in town for a 3-game set against the hard-hitting Sox. It's the battle of the big cities. It's the Silver and Black square off against the AL East leaders. White Sox, Yankees, tomorrow at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Thanks for calling Angie's List. How may I help you?
I heard I could call Angie's List if I needed work done around my house at a fair price.
You heard right. Just tell us what you need done, and we'll find a top-rated provider to take care of it.
So I could get a faulty light switch fixed?
Yep.
Or have a guy refinish my floors?
Absolutely.
Or send someone out to groom my Pookie?
Yeah. Pookie is what you call your...
My dog.
Yes, we can do that.
Real help from real people. Come see what the new Angie's List can do for you.
Hi, I'd like to welcome you to a brand new luxury car buying experience. The all-new Bob Roman Lexus of Arlington is now open. You'll think you're in one of the world's finest hotels when you spend time in our health club, indoor golf course, and movie theater. Bob Roman. The all-new Bob Roman Lexus of Arlington at the corner of Route 53 and Dundee Road.
When it comes to your Chi-Town squads, you can bet CSNChicago.com is bringing you the facts. Team insiders take you inside the locker room and front office. Live post-game streams give you an instant reaction from the north, south, or west side. Pulse pages show you the stats and what's trending. From Chicago, for Chicago. CSNChicago.com.
Welcome back. The new Bears regime is only allowing television stations to shoot the warm-up period during training camp. So get ready to see a lot of players stretching here on Comcast Sportsnet over the next few weeks. Joining us now from Bourbonnais is Adam Johns of the Sun-Times. Adam, a major offseason storyline involved Martellus Bennett, the Bears Pro Bowl tight end. Bennett on the field today, ready to turn the page. What were your impressions of his attitude on day one?
Well, I think he wants to put this whole offseason behind him. I think it will stick with him, at least throughout training camp, because he did miss a lot of time of John Fox's offseason program. We know he wants a new contract. I don't think it's going to happen right now under Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace has other guys to consider to give money to, guys like Alshon Jeffrey and guys like Matt Forte, who are in the final years of their contracts. Martellus Bennett has 2 years left on his deal. Now, Martellus did say there is no hard feelings at this moment, but who knows? He's got this whole new coaching staff to win over. You got to remember that Martellus Bennett was signed by Phil Emery, and he won over Mark Trestman. Who knows how John Fox and Ryan Pace truly feel about him, especially after he skipped much of their offseason program.
Lamar Houston, Willie Young both took part in the opening practice after major offseason injuries. We know it was only the first day of practice in shorts, but how did both players look to you?
They didn't do much. Again, very serious injuries that they're coming off. They're going to have personalized plans under the Bears training staff to go through until they're at full participation. But big things are expected from both players. They need to compete to get on the field. Jared Allen's moving to outside linebacker. Pernell McPhee is here at outside linebacker. So there's competition for them. These guys aren't guaranteed starters. Their playing time isn't guaranteed, especially for a guy like Lamar Houston with the big contract. But they got a lot of work to do. This is a new defense being installed by Vic Fangio. This is a 3-4 defense, especially for Willie Young, who hasn't played much really at all in a 3-4 defense. So they have a lot to prove, a lot of catching up to do, and they just got to get back into playing shape.
And finally, it's an adjustment period for everyone with a new general manager and coaching staff. How was day one different with John Fox in charge?
Well, it was definitely louder from chants from the players when they break their huddles and stuff like that. There's a different vibe on the field under John Fox in terms of the demeanor of the players. It was also louder because they had music, rap music, country music blaring throughout their practices. That is something that they continued over from their offseason program. It's a different type of crowd noise simulation. We'll see how well that really works, but fans should be prepared to rock out a little bit here. And then just in terms of everything here, like Cutler said yesterday, like Jay Cutler said, there's a newness. Everybody's getting to know the staff, and that applies to the media as well. There's new rules for us, just like there's new rules for the new media department. So everybody's learning how to handle everything here under John Fox.
Adam, thank you very much. We look forward to catching up with you later in training camp.
Anytime.
To college football now. It's been a spring and summer filled with controversy for the University of Illinois athletic department, including complaints by former football players about the poor treatment they received from Tim Beckman and his staff. At today's Big Ten media gathering, Beckman did his best to avoid answering questions about ongoing issues inside the football program.
I think our focus has always been on what we can control and what we can do. And right now, our student athletes understand that we're going to be in camp in a week. We got September 4th, 8 o'clock kickoff against Kent. We know that they're going to be prepared and ready, and we're going to try to control those things, and that's what we can control. This football team, this 2015, these 23 seniors that we have out of the 2015 football team is who we're excited about working with. And we know what we're doing in this program. We understand, how this program can get better and better each and every year, because it has. That's reality.
What a comeback win for the Cubs in Milwaukee tonight. They were held scoreless on just 2 hits into the 8th inning. That's when Anthony Rizzo gave them the lead with his 18th home run of the season, a 3-run blast into the upper deck at Miller Park. Cubs added 2 more runs in the 9th, and they beat the Brew Crew 5-2.
More NL Central action. The Pirates traveling to Cincinnati, and this one got ugly in a hurry. The Reds already up 6-1 in the 5th when Brandon Phillips unloads for the 3-run bomb. His 6th on the year makes it 9-1. And he enjoyed that so much, he did it all over again in the very next inning. 7 RBIs for Phillips, the highest output of his career, as the Reds cruise to the 15-5 victory. So let's take a look at the updated National League wildcard standings. So the Cubs pick up a game on the Pirates and a half game on the Idle Giants, and they also extend their lead over the Mets, who fell to the Padres. It's time for tonight's Country Financial top performers. Derek Norris went 5 for 5 with a home run, and the Padres come from behind win against the Mets, and Max Scherzer with a win and 7 shutout innings against the Marlins. And Yoenis Cespedes, not distracted by the trade talk, went 3 for 5 with his 18th home run, and the Tigers win over the Orioles.
Who knows, maybe Cespedes will be a White Sox tomorrow. Several national media outlets are reporting the Cubs are aggressively shopping 3-time All-Star shortstop Starlin Castro ahead of tomorrow's 3 p.m. non-waiver trade deadline. So I asked our Cubs insider Patrick Mooney if that might cause a bit of a problem for Joe Madden, since Joe told Castro 2 nights ago he should just relax because he wasn't going to be traded.
The Cubs have had Starlin Castro out there for a while now, and I think, whether you're saying they're aggressively shopping him or listening or offering him, really, at this point, I'm not sure what team's going to jump out there and make Starlin Castro a centerpiece to a trade or install him as their everyday shortstop.
Earlier in the show, we asked, do you expect the Cubs or White Sox to make a significant trade before the deadline? Ryan chimes in with, I hope the Cubs get Craig Kimbrell, Tyson Ross, Justin Upton from the Padres. Why? Because we need them. And Alex simply wants us to relay the message to Sox GM Rick Hahn and company. He wants Yoenis Cespedes. Stay tuned. We'll find out by tomorrow afternoon at 3.
Up next on Sportsnet Central, we'll hear Lamar Houston on why this injury won't affect him at all this season. And Martellus Bennett puts his own offseason contract talks in the rearview mirrors. Plus, we'll walk down memory lane with White Sox legend Paul Konerko about the 2005 reunion. That's next on Sportsnet Central.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. This is GMC. Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,000 purchase cash on 2015 Sierra SLT models.
Catch was my therapy growing up. With a ball and glove, my dad and I could work out anything. Today, I have my own kids. Hey, want to play some catch?
Sure.
And catch is still my therapy.
Good.
All right, give me a fastball here. Whoa. Just 2 people, a ball, and a backyard. And the comfort of home.
Every home has a story. Tell yours at ColdwellBanker.com.
White Sox fans,
Summer is finally here, and your Sox have some great promotions for you. Grab your cowboy hat and boots and join us for Country Music Night on Friday, July 31st. Dust off your blue suede shoes and don't miss Elvis Night on Friday, August 28th. Show your Irish pride and dress green for Halfway to St. Patrick's Day on Saturday, September 12th. Great seats are available starting at only $20. Visit whitesox.com/summer today.
Wow. Love the color.
Oh, thanks. I went to Lowe's and they helped me pick out the color and gave me a few tips to do it myself.
Well, it looks amazing.
You know, now that it's done, you know what else I'm going to finally try? Wearing a fedora.
Fedora twins!
Hi, I'd like to welcome you to a brand new luxury car buying experience. The all-new Bob Roman Lexus of Arlington is now open. But let's not forget why you're really coming here. Over 400 new Lexus vehicles in stock today, plus over 200 quality pre-owned luxury vehicles. Bob Roman. Bob Roman Lexus of Arlington at the corner of Route 53 and Dundee Road.
Welcome back. The Bears held their first practice of training camp today, and John Fox's new practice format isn't the only change. Martellus Bennett made waves this offseason, seeking a new contract by skipping the voluntary offseason program, but his efforts were unsuccessful. But no hard feelings. Bennett says he's moved on.
It's just business. I have no hard feelings against anybody. Some business deals go the way you want. I have several business deals this offseason that worked, that didn't work out. So for me, it's just another business deal, and then, you know, it's just the way it is. Some good deals get done, some don't. Still got to come work and do my job. I'm not even worried about a contract right now. I mean, right now, I just come out here, I'm just like every other guy out here, just trying to make as many plays as I possibly can. I'll do what I did last year, last season, and it'll address itself.
And Bears fans remember when Lamar Houston's season ended with a torn ACL while celebrating a sack during the Bears' blowout loss in New England. And 9 months after the injury, Houston is back on the field and looking to make a bigger impact than he did in his first season with the Bears, and says his injury won't be an issue.
I'm 100%. You know, I'm just taking it day to day and working my way back into playing football the proper way. So, you know, everything is good, just taking it slow. I'm actually a lot better than I was before the surgery. You know, thank God for technology and, you know, his blessings and prayers. But I've done a lot of great rehab and have great physical therapists and doctors to get me to where I was before, if not better.
Back to baseball. White Sox miss out on a chance for a perfect 8-0 road trip, losing the finale in Boston 8-2. All-star Chris Sale took the blame for the loss after an uncharacteristically poor outing, but veteran Adam LaRoche says you can't blame it on Sale.
Well, I mean, it's you got to respect that he thinks that way and puts it on his shoulders. But shoot, this is a great road trip. You know, they obviously came out with a little chip on their shoulder today. I know they were going against one of the best in the game, and we're going to have to step it up. You know, and they did. They got some big hits and, you know, a couple big innings there. But no, he's won plenty of games for us, and will continue to. So still, you know, awesome road trip. Offense came alive. Something we haven't done consistently yet this year. So to see that, you know, for more than 1 or 2 games, you know, was great. So no, it was again, you know, more than we could ask for going into it.
How different is life against the knuckleball? You haven't seen one of those.
Well, the 36th annual National Sports Collectors Convention has kicked off in Rosemont. Former athletes and familiar faces have already begun signing autographs for fans. The convention runs through the weekend at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. Paul Konerko is among the stars appearing this weekend, and he reflected the White Sox World Series reunion earlier.